gonna make myself making myself think that people think that I'm looking at the camera, but I'm looking at myself.
Look at the camera. All right, man. You ready to get this show active? I got some hash cooking in not hash, not like we hash. it's a sweet potato hash with turkey sausage and spinach. My nigga, I'm a chef.
What the hell are you? Are you Irish?
It's just a good meal. Sometimes you gotta step outside your comfort zone.
That was like some corned beef hash and cabbage.
Yeah, spinach. Yeah, shiitake mushrooms.
Yeah.
It's solid with little with special seasonings on there.
Sounds delicious.
Hey man, well, let's go ahead and get into this, man. Hey, y'all. Say y'all. This is AU music. I've been bugging this man, so I was like, man, I got the remedy. I got something we can do that I think that could really catch the ears of the people out there, especially during these times. And so I had a podcast, as y'all know, called The Life Show. Now, when I started this podcast, I felt like I was in a dark space, and it was about to be a real dark and grimy podcast. Like I was angry. I hated everybody. It felt like it was like. So I stopped doing that podcast, but I never gave up on it. I just wanted to redeem it and bring life to it. This is the Life Show, and this time around, I got a co-host. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to add some flavor to it. I got my man D Weez.
What's happening? What's happening?
Y'all may have known him from.
Say D Weez. It says Day One Hemmings. They're gonna know my real name.
You know, you can rename yourself if you right click it, but
I know what I'm doing.
I don't know. We're kind of old, so. There we go, Weez. You'll just go my Weez. And so this is gonna be the new show. This episode 1, I call this Redemption, because y'all about to get a real good episode. We're in a real good space in my life. Coming through those dark times. I might leave those other episodes up just to go see how ugly the other shows were. But how you doing, man?
I'm good, brother. I'm excited to take this journey with you. This first step. I know you've been down this road before. I'm not the one to get on here and get to talking and doing all that. I'm usually in closed doors when I'm spitting my mind. But you know, this is something outside my realm, and we'll get some insight, and hopefully we get some people who can follow and give some more insight. And if we got people just giving insight instead of hating, ain't nothing else to do.
Exactly. You know, y'all may know Weez from, if you go to my page, AU Music 89. You know, I'm streaming video games, and I think this is where the idea came up, because every time I post our interaction, it seemed like we had a lot of interaction from people out there. It seemed like it was colorful for a lot of people's day, and I was like, you know what? I think I have an idea, and I think I know a way that we can revamp the show. Obviously, I'm always trying to include my brothers in my wild, crazy dreams and wild, wacky ideas, because I feel like they make sense. And so I try to pull the craziest ones with me. And my brother stepped up to the plate, and I think we about to get it popping. I think this is gonna be something that everybody that he loves, especially all my dudes back home at San Diego State. Shout out once again to the homies, not necessarily school to me, but the homies. We ain't gonna get into that. The school.
Hey, I thank them though. I thank them.
I'm grateful.
Know, we're where we're at because of that institution.
That's cool. We wouldn't be on this show.
However we want to look at it.
How you want to look at it. However the bottle spins, you still had to kiss that girl. So we was there. There was nothing you could do about it at that point. But so shout out. So if y'all enjoy this, I know y'all gonna get y'all clowns in, but if y'all clown me, I'm telling you, I'm roasting y'all to death, and y'all gonna hear about it. But we got some topics for y'all. Life, LIEF, you know, that's a little spin to it, because as I grew up, I realized the stuff that I thought I was gonna do, I did not do. The money I was gonna make, I have not made it yet.
It be like that, bro. It be like that.
So
it goes to a bigger picture, though. That's us just thinking about us.
Yeah,
about everything.
Yeah. So, but as I grab my brother, we got some topics for y'all, because I was like, okay, there's more to just me and being dark. And so I have a drink. We were supposed to take a cheers. I had a nice outline I'm looking at right now. So take a cheers, but he ain't got no drink. I see he edged himself up though. He said he was ready.
Oh yeah, I had things to do, man. You know, I got one thing. Uh, I sat. You know, I do a lot of thinking in the shower. I'm gonna just say that probably a lot of shower thoughts gonna be coming up on this show. But that water, something about the water and the vibrations get my brain flowing. Right? It flows, man. So I was in the shower like, man, I was feeling on my head, like, oh, man, this edge, man, I got hair all down my eyebrows. I said, I just made a decision, like, care about how you look, man. Like, care about how you. When I wasn't working last year, I didn't care, you know.
That's something that as I go into year 32, birthday coming up in March, it'll be 32 years old. That's something that I've been taking very serious, just the way I look, the way I look, how I treat people. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm seen, maybe reputation. I don't care what people think, but I also want the respect because that's how you get opportunities. So, and I think that was more so where I started to change. Like, I really don't care what you think about me, but I also know your thoughts could pause a bag or pause the opportunity that I need for myself and others. So, yeah. And so that's why I got the beanie on right now. That's why I got the beanie on right now. Because I actually, before I took my shower, because every day I wash the Rona off. Before I took my shower, you gotta wash that Rona off, y'all. Here's the rule of thumb. Before I get into the story, if you out past 30 minutes, automatic shower. There's nothing without it. If you're out past 30 minutes and you come home and lay on that couch, don't invite me over.
I took 4 showers the other day, bro. No lie.
It'd be like
4
that.
showers.
It'd be like that because you get home and I feel like you just feel like you're creeping on you. And brothers is we're thinkers, so your throat start to itch. Damn, I think I got that Rona.
Here we go drink this hot toddy.
We always got the Rona. We always have the Rona, and so it's important that you wash. But back to my story. And I know I'm about to forget the story because that's what I do. That's old age. But oh no, I got this beanie on because it's like my hair wasn't ready for the show, but I was. So I was like, how can I make myself prepare for the show? So there goes the beanie. We got some crazy topics. We're gonna get into some hip hop. And this is like mid class man talk. So some of the stuff we say it's just opinion. This may not even be factual. So that's the whole point of it. Y'all can tell us the facts, and we can rerun the facts when the time is if we think the time is necessary. But I really don't think so. But
if it's needed, this is I feel you got yourself on this platform, and I'm here to spit. What we feel, and it coming off experience. If I went through an experience, and I can give you some insight, brother.
And we do have a segment about we have a life segment where one of us gonna pick a story, talk about a story, and we're gonna break down. I think I got a crazy scenario for men. You know what I'm saying? Later on in a story about because I'm single, so I'm in a dating world. And I told you this story over the game, but I want us to bring it to the light because I want to be like, was I wrong? But we're going to get into it anyways. Let's go over 2020. We can't just, we're still in the first quarter of the 2021. At this point, 2021 is a mindset. Either you're going to have a good year in your mind because if you think the world's going to be good to you, wrong.
What Charlie Murphy say? Wrong.
So 2020 was wild, man. I know for me personally, it was just as wild as the TV made it seem in my personal life. And it seemed like when I would text everybody was going through a wild 2020. How was your 2020, would you say?
My 2020 was my 2020 was eye-opening. It opened my eyes to people. It opened my eyes to relationships. It opened my eyes to spirituality, to where I was at in life, how grounded I am. Opened my eyes to the significance of family, because you couldn't go nowhere, and if you was, you tripping. So you spend time at home. I know 2020 built a lot of relationships and probably demolished a lot of relationships. People who was in relationships who shouldn't have been there, and 2020 had you inside looking at each other. That sucks. Yeah, I'm not laughing at them people, but
it's a sticky. It happens, you know. And us as Black folks, we're known for laughing at stuff like because we're going through it. It's going through it, but when you get through, you're like, dang. Especially, it was wild. Yeah. Something I wanted something USA. Yeah, 2020 was a crazy time. I mean, it was not good, like I said, but like, you know, that's the one thing that we always say, like, man, I just need some time to just chill. Like, because, like, when you start working, that stuff is miserable. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. There's times where you're like, man, what am I doing? And it gave us time to chill. Mm-hmm. And when you actually got the time to chill, you're like, oh, did I really need to chill this much? You know what I'm saying? and spirituality was something that was big. I think that it revealed who a lot of people were. That's the number one thing. It's the number one thing. When a lot of things were taken away, there's a lot of people that, you know, that had to sit down for real. And a lot of people that were able to sit down actually stood to the forefront, I would say, so to speak, in a metaphorical way, because it allowed people to show who they are. It allowed a lot of entrepreneurship, and it allowed for African Americans to learn about, I was gonna say, niggas and stocks.
Bro, I'm making the movie.
There's so many. The movie. There's so many Black people they trade, which is great, but it's also funny because you would think Facebook is Forex is a Telegram, a Forex page on Telegram, because everybody knows what's the next hottest stock. Everyone know, and then when the stock drops, niggas be, hey, well, you better buy. I know nothing about stocks, but I'm hoping to get into it this year because I'm trying to increase the bag. That's gonna be my thing for the year, for the year.
I hope there's some people who end up listening to this who are also into stocks and jumped onto stocks and jumped in the stock market in 2020, 2019, 2017 was a good year to jump in, but.
Yeah. And speaking of live show, we're gonna get into finance, and I'm gonna tell some young brothers what I actually had to go through to get this bounce back. Speaking of, Mama Deuce called me, said the Cadillac store said, hey, we know you're driving the Eldorado, we could put you in something new. And you know, so I might, you know, you might see me post on the live show page at the live show, a little something new for y'all to see how to get it, you know, how to bounce back. And we're going to get into all that stuff. But I wanted to talk about some hip hop, you know, right now. No. Well, you know what? Let's get into some hip hop, because I think once we get into like the stuff that's really going on in America, we're going to be there for a while, because you can't overlook anything that's happening with them folks over there, them other folks, them folks over there. You know, I got love for my people on the other side, but y'all folks, some of y'all cousins is out there wilding. And so we're going to talk about that. But I also want to talk about how this was a very crazy year for hip hop. It was a crazy year for a culture community, with loss after loss. We lost Chadwick Boseman. We lost Black Panther. We lost Kobe. We lost
no, that was
Nip in 2019, but it was
I don't know why I feel like with everything that happened in 2020, I just put that together.
I think us as Black people, we trigger, like, you know, you call it superstition, you can call it faith, you would call it whatever. We a lot of us associate Nipsey Hussle's death with the signs of things changing for the worse in the world. Like, a lot of us think, like, really be thinking like once he died, things got worse, and then once Kobe went, it got even worse, and that's like how we think, and that's how a lot of people who like follow those people, a lot of those people that built businesses, models, like myself, my music models built off of Nipsey Hussle, literally. So it's like, people like that's like, dang, like he was giving recipes. Kobe was giving recipes.
And then it gets chopped. It's like you get your legs chopped from underneath. Yeah. You're trying to climb, and they come in.
Boom. And then all of a sudden, the world just goes crazy. We get shut down. We in a house. And then all of a sudden, it's like Walking Dead outside.
So what are we talking about here? Because I got a few things I want to talk about. We're talking about 2020, right?
Yeah,
Like
we're
I
talking about
just want to.
2020. We're talking about 20. We're talking about because you said Nibs. We're talking about the losses first. We're getting into
Mhm,
losses, and then we're saying how the losses trickled into where we're at. Like we feel like a lot of black people associate the loss
mhm,
with what's going on today and what's
exactly.
happening now. Like the moment Nipsey died, the world got colder, and once Kobe died, it was like. Now I'm a Phoenix Suns fan. Once Kobe died, I didn't think it was gonna rock me like that. It rocked the
Mhm.
boy. So and then Chadwick Boseman definitely was crushing. And then it's just leading to like half the culture prospering, and then half the culture is like still trying to figure it out. And I feel like they were like the middle links to get us to that other side where the prosperous side of our culture is.
Everything I'm about to say is in total alignment with that, with being prosperous and trying to figure things out, right? So I'm looking at this 2020 and how it transpired, and I see social. I see these TikTok dances and shit, like all this talk about social media posts with Trump and
Yeah.
Twitter and Parlor and all these apps and things like that. That we see that. That's what we see, right? But what are we losing? And I think that it gets deeper into our what's in front of us. That's what's in
Yeah.
front of us. But what are we doing right now? What are our kids doing right now? Distance learning
Yeah.
on the computer.
Yeah.
Why aren't we talking about ways to get attendance rates better in school? We're teachers, but I'm just saying in general, like we're faced with Twitter, Facebook, and all this nonsense, but we're living a digital life literally right now,
Literally, as we this
and
as
we're
we
not
record the
talking about
show.
how to progress. We're talking about going backwards with everything that's socially put out there. And I think that's what 2020 is doing. I think 2020 is bringing a huge divide on people who are all about that social life, social media, social this, the now life. I get it. It's instant gratification. And you got the people who were thinking about life after this pandemic. What about if another pandemic happens? Am I going to be straight? And we got that at I feel at every level, all the way
Yeah.
down to elementary level kids. We got high school athletes who lost a year of eligibility possibly.
Man, that's crazy.
Like it hits all spectrums, and I don't think people are really understand. There's people who do, but then there's like it's bigger than what we see on this fucking
I don't think
social
that
media.
I don't think that the magnitude of it is going to be affected until the doors are open and you're outside and you're like, what? Not because when you walk outside, it's like almost like the movies like at the end of the movie where they went through a whole bunch of like the world Armageddon and all of a sudden the sun's shining.
They're walking through limping.
Yeah, but the buildings are all ruined, everything's ruined. You got to start over, and that's what it is right now. And along those lines, I think on a positive side of it is like people like myself who are we dream, we have ambition, we do things like you said, we're teachers. I'm happy you pointed that out because this is a show ran by teachers, led by teachers, young black men. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all just hear that out. But we still about to give y'all that good show. But it allowed me to like bounce back, and I'm always gonna throw little gems about the bounce back. The comeback of AU music. It was a beautiful thing. Starting off with the heart wrench divorce. That was crazy. And that's life. So you guys gotta talk about that. That was nuts, bro. That was nuts. I remember. I don't know. I think I called you as soon as I got home that day. And Caesar, shout out young Caesar the GOAT. My dog was gone, and I was like, "Oh, his life is different." And that's when I think I finally eyes was open. That's when the eyes were. That's when I woke up, and so I think it was a blessing in disguise. I still work really well with that counterpart. So shout out. That took some time, and that was that. I mean, it was a couple of years ago, so that took time, and it allowed me to just it showed me a lot about myself, my inner strength, and about just how to bounce back. And I think a lot of people, like you said, figured out a lot about themselves, having to sit, look at each other, and then once they make that decision, the long haul, but being able to sit down and figure it out. And
that's a tough decision in itself.
Yeah.
To have the courage to sit down and figure it out.
Yeah.
I would say 75% of marriages, relationships do not work because of they don't have the courage to sit down and figure it out.
And they had nowhere to run. There was nowhere to run, and I think that's that nowhere to run part, that being forced not to run, what created a lot of healing for people. It also created a lot of negative, but it's a positive moment, and it created a lot of healing for people where they had to sit there, break through them tears, break through that anger, and came out on the other side. And I feel like that's what happened to me. I feel like I've been my best version of myself. And so 2020 was crazy, and then we had obviously, them folks came out and showed their true colors out here. You never
it's
saw
them boys in the hood.
at the end of the day, I know. So everybody talk about stimulus. What world would you ever live in that you thought the government would be throwing money in your bank account? And the fact that what's more creepy is the fact they could throw money in your bank account after just signing a signature. The next day, the money's in your account. That is so crazy. That means, where's my money at, man? How much? What they holding from us? Because
he ain't got his stimmy yet. Can y'all hear? Y'all feel it?
I got the stymie. I was stimulated.
Yeah, I don't know what I don't like. I appreciate it, whatever.
But think about it. You get a refund 3 to 4 business days. The government signs one signature, and it takes maybe you get so. And there's things that's so crazy about it. How many people got their checks after 5 p.m.? I thought the banks closed. What's up? You was playing Call of Duty at 7. Ooh, I've been stimulated. Like what? Like this shit that was happening over the last couple of weeks. That was happening. We like, man, we getting killed, getting sent to the gulag. Like, you get your stimulation yet? Nope. And then all of a sudden they be like, yeah, you hear that little laugh, like, oh, this nigga got stimulated. And that was happening over the last couple of weeks. So it's like, man, so when I need my money and it's the weekend, don't wait till Monday. Put that shit in now, because you obviously have the abilities.
There's definitely the abilities. Like y'all need to go. If anybody's disputing something where it's like 5 to 7 business days, hit them up. They got that money. They can drop it in your account.
My go-to line
to see if you're gonna die.
My go-to line. Thankfully, I was young. I have had a few jobs in my time, and so I've worked for different companies where I know different things. Especially, I've worked for debt resolution. That's the best thing I ever did in my life, because I'm like, yeah, I used to work over here, and I know what y'all do. So we're not gonna charge me this when you charge them that. So we be, breaking down. And if anybody look into debt settlement, if you guys are in debt, look into debt settlement. Thank me later. All you gotta do is just text it. Just put it in Google, debt settlement, and you'll change your life, because all that stuff that's been holding you back, you'll call them tomorrow and put $20 on it, and it'll be out your life forever. I'm telling you, because some of y'all in some 20-year debt. At this point, they'll take $5, but you don't even know that. But look at debt settlement.
You don't even know that.
You don't even know that. So that's the LIEF Show. I'm right now. Tell me to take a little drink to that. So look up debt settlement, but. Boy, I'll be forgetting everything I'm saying. That I played tight end in college, so I got hit in my head a lot. Not by him though, but I did get hit in my head a lot. I know,
man, the juice.
I think after that hit I got at Washington State, it took my brain just shattered. So, anyways, what was I talking about?
So we talked a little. We were just talking about 2020.
Oh yeah, 2020.
I wanted to see what you wanted to talk about with hip hop.
I want to talk about
Lil Wayne and things like that.
Hip hop's been taking some hits. I feel like overall hip hop's taking the biggest hit from like the pandemic. If I'm being real, like if I'm being honest, I feel like a lot of stuff that made hip hop cool is not cool right now, because
hip hop's been getting attacked for about 30 years now.
Yeah. But now that people have to sit down, I don't know what's going on, but I felt like, we got a lot of FBI's infiltrating the hip hop.
I'm happy that our hip hop community, our old heads and some other people involved, didn't allow that Tekashi 6ix9ine cat to blow up.
Oh yeah,
the face of hip hop.
Let's talk about that. 2020.
He really tried, man. They really pushed his agenda. They still are. If you go out and you see these new artists that are coming out and what they're rapping about.
But that's also the cool. That's going along with 2020. I think that's been the biggest thing in 2020 is that stuff has been dying, because it's like we at home. We don't want to hear that. Like, I live in Arizona. and I'm 31, going on 32, and so my age group right now, is out here on some weird stuff. Like, I'm gonna be straight up. We out here wilding. Like the weekend that everybody shut down and we didn't. We had Mayweather out here. We was out here, just rumping, just just rumping, just rumping out here, just getting it in. Uh, just cross thrusting out here, just all kind of COVID thumping, and it was wild out here. We now I don't know if it still stands, but thanks to all that humping, we are Arizona's number one in the world at one point. Now it might still be for the for the Rona, and that's a wild thing. That's a wild thing to say. Like, we've tried our best to be number one in everything. And the one thing in 2020 we can say we were number one at is getting the coronavirus. And that's a crazy thing. And that's something we haven't even touched COVID. That's crazy that that's the first time we touched COVID. And that was the biggest thing that hit 2020. I remember still when the world shut down, life was good for me. I had a new job, just came off of, just coaching some girls basketball. And all of a sudden, I remember just playing that last game. I told my coach, said, we're not going to play no more after this. And then the corona hit. You know what happened? Lost that job. I didn't coach no more basketball. And, and a lot of people were like that. And so that was the one thing that hit corona. And it's crazy to think that one potato chip, you go get you a bag of chips. You got an itch on your nose. The next thing you know, it could be the last bag. Like, that's crazy to think that's the last bag of chips.
That's how it was when it first came out, bro. We didn't know what was going on. Like, man, they dying at crazy rates.
Prominent people too was dying. Once famous people started catching that and started going, I was like, oh.
Who came out and was like, I got it?
I'm not gonna lie.
Like Tom Hanks or something.
Tom Hanks got it. I'm not gonna lie. When I was coaching, being a spiritual dude, I was like, I'm a man of God. So
God gonna protect me.
And then as soon as I was like, who got it? I was like, who? Okay, you know what? I do got asthma.
Whole perception change, huh? Look at this.
Yeah, I've been in the house since March.
But God.
Oh man, I was hugging people. After being, I was hugging people. Come on, bring it in. Yeah, now I'm like, hey, what'd you do today? How many 30 minutes? You've been out for 30 minutes, nigga. Now it's like the 30-minute rule for everybody. And it's crazy that, like, seeing family is different. Like, you haven't been able to see family as much. But that's what 2020's been, and it's still going 2021. As you can see, we're still, for the most part, we're still in COVID season. We're still quarantining. Like,
we're in a stay-at-home order. We are in a stay-at-home order.
They're in a stay-at-home order. Once again, Arizona's number one in the world for coronavirus. We're not.
They don't care.
They out here, bro. And it's like, you can't say nothing out here, bro. It's like, I had one time I went in with a mask. Dude said, "That's a little much, huh?" I said, "Are you not seeing what's going on outside?" That's in Mother's words. I said, "No, I'm doing exactly what they told me to do." What do you mean? But since we are in Corona, the one thing that almost hurt was the loss of sports. Mm-hmm. Sports, that was crazy.
There was almost not a football season.
Green Bay was
almost not about to win this Super Bowl this year.
I don't think they're still not going to win the Super Bowl, bro. They got to get by the Chiefs. It's just not happening. Patrick Mahomes is going to win the Super Bowl in his sleep. He's about to win another 2, and then he might fizzle out. They get that man $500 million.
No, it's not happening.
I think they got it one more year. I'm pretty sure that the Chiefs are going to win it one more year, and then we'll see what happens. Aaron Rodgers is getting old, but I will say Aaron Rodgers is my favorite quarterback of all time. But I think that sports has been the best thing to happen, though, because if we didn't have sports, it'd be a wild life. But you know what I actually got interested in during the COVID season? And we're going to talk about all these laws changing because they're hurt. But boxing has been my favorite thing to watch. Oh man, boxing and MMA right now has been my favorite thing to watch during
It's a lot better because you can hear them. You can hear them like
you can hear them
like
every Saturday. Every Saturday, I used to get on my little stream site, and I'm not gonna say it no more because they already shut it down. So
they
like,
shut it down.
oh man, they passed that law. That law. So they must have knew the whole time who it was. It's like, well, as soon as this law passed, it's over. It's over. Don't think that you're going because as soon as they sign, I told you, just like the checks, they sign stuff and it happens. Y'all need to tell
Executive
us the
order
truth.
style.
And so boxing has been my favorite thing to watch. Just getting into these athletes. Some of them are characters, some of them are good boxers. Definitely watching Roy and Mike was
I
definitely
was just about to say, man, what you think about that? Like
that's something you can talk about on any show, any time frame.
that was about the money, man.
That was crazy, man.
They wasn't out there fighting trying to knock each other out.
Mike could have killed that man if we were
Exactly.
being real, because Roy was doing it. I was like, that ain't it. That ain't it. And like that no look like this. Mike Tyson ain't no chicken. That's Mike Tyson. Because Roy used to catch chickens and get the speed work.
Yeah.
So right. So I guess the no look punch hit him, but you saw Roy took them body shots. Mike was like, I'm gonna show you what I could do to your face, to your body.
And you gonna feel it.
And that's pretty much what happened.
I'm gonna show you.
But it's been like stuff like that. Like you would never thought. Like at one point we saw ESPN had a horse. That was dope. That was actually interesting. ESPN had a horse.
Who was playing?
Well, Mike Conley ended up winning, but it was like Chris Paul, at something Levine, a WNBA player played at one point, and it was a lot of different people played. Chauncey Billups. And it was like on ESPN, that's all we had because they would have backyard hoops. Some had driving yard hoops, and they would play. Trey Young, and they would play on Paul Pierce, and they would play on in their yards or their backyard
at their house.
At their house.
Like, hey, hit it from over here.
And it was just like this, which is also still like right now. Our TV is still like this. We're still on Zoom calls on ESPN. They just got great production. They know how to put the little banners up and all that, but it's still on Zoom. But playing sports in the pandemic has been nuts. I actually saw a high school team. They had to wear all masks the whole game. Now I've been doing like trick shots and stuff with this mask on. It's like suffocating.
Yeah.
So it's crazy.
I played tennis today with a mask on and couldn't do it.
Oh yeah, because you try to blow in, you just
I blew in. I was like, what?
I got a plastic bag on my mouth. My gosh.
This is how they getting us. They suffocating us.
Oh, they gonna hit it like no type of air, no type of O2. We just all that carbon's going right back into your throat, and that's what you're supposed to breathe out. So, it's been wild. This show's all like, if you can tell, we just talking right now, and that's what the show's gonna be talking.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, people now just like hearing niggas talk. And
right.
that's just what it comes down to, because it's like you want to hear like, are you going through what I'm going through? Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
Even the richest of the richest, like the rapper scam that's going on. Like,
bro, did you see that? There's some inmates in San Diego who EDD the government. Inmates.
They got 10 bands.
They 10.
That's why I can't
166 racks, 166,000 or something like that.
That's why I can't get my money. I see what y'all doing.
Them boys on Cell Block E got your money.
Hey, I ain't mad. They needed more than me right now. So
I read that and said, man, like that's y'all fault. Like, how'd you release it not to have things set in place for fraud?
I respect it.
Because
now
your president is fraud.
We gonna get into that. Oh yeah, that's a nice. But let's talk about how this show came together. Our favorite, so COVID activities, something to do in the house. If you have a PS4, Fall Guys. Let's talk about this game.
Guys.
Now, is it so? Are you single? I'm joking. Y'all can ask like that. Y'all. That's funny.
I'm
That's funny.
married, bro.
I that might be true, and if I don't know that, that's crazy. I don't know if it's true, but that's crazy. Y'all tell us what he is.
Yeah,
Yeah. Y'all
I
always
just
gonna let us know
told y'all what I am.
if y'all can guess it down the road. We'll give y'all a little gift if y'all keep listening to the show. But Fall Guys, anyways,
Mm-hmm.
men in video games. Is that like
Is it wrong?
is it wrong? Because like right now we're seeing a lot of different things. Like we have to. So I mean, I'm seeing. I guess I'll talk for me since I cause I'm gonna be open out here. Now, am I active? Am I talking to somebody? Yeah, there's somebody out there, you know. But right now, we're not classified,
Mm.
which is crazy because COVID dating. Never mind. Forget all what I was about to say. We're gonna go to COVID dating. All
COVID
right.
dating.
Yeah, I could talk about it. The hardest thing ever. Because you have to really vet. Like I think that you have to vet because that's a kiss of death potentially.
Ooh,
Ooh, you feel
you going out
me?
there kissing the Rona?
Have you
You out
you
there
been
in Arizona?
hey baby, you coming over? Have you been out for 30 minutes? Like now for me, I ain't no creep, I ain't no pervert, but I'm also not a fan of the Rona. I'm responsible. So I can cook, I can do different things. Is it wrong that I'm like, hey, come through, let me cook you a meal? The Rona's out there. I'll spray this wall down, spray this down, cook you a meal. First date. Is that wrong? Because that's how I'm maneuvering. Now, shout out to
I
the
mean,
lady.
aren't you gonna take her out to get something to eat?
No, it's Corona.
No, I'm saying normally, if there
No,
wasn't Corona,
normally, yeah. Normally, if there was
y'all
no
going
Corona,
out,
you
getting
go out
something to
mutually.
eat,
But like,
restaurant. Yeah, it's the Rona. You have to go to my house. You have to come over.
it's like
If
it's
I
the
mean,
hard.
if you dating,
If you
ain't,
like,
ain't, ain't no going out.
there's no going out. There's no going out, and then it's like I don't know you enough to risk that type of life.
Hey, that's the life and death of the Rona. Rona dating is different, bro.
Because when you get here, you can wash your hands.
Shit.
Take the brown mouthwash. That kills everything. I can ensure at least a little safety. Spray your face with this disinfectant.
Mm.
I'm not gonna do
Rona
that, but
dating is dangerous, bro.
it's dangerous. And the stick up kids, women are stick up kids out here these days.
Ooh.
I think they're more of a stick up kids than the men are these days. I think that the Corona has reversed the roles of
Of the stick up
of
kids.
the stick up kids. You can get hustled out here. Scamming's at all time high. I despise scamming. I
That's
despise it.
that's the worst. That we're
Um,
going through a global pandemic, right? I mean, I'm
mhm.
not a national pandemic. Other countries and continents, they good. We're going through it still, and you still got dudes out here scamming people.
Scamming people. Feeling good about it. How you sleep at night, nigga? Wait, what do you say to yourself? I'm spending her rent money, but it's shoe. I need these shoes. Like that's just terrible. It's like, and that's when they like, and then people try to like classify you as old for thinking that what preventing that crime is not cool. You're like, what? I'm old because you, because
Old
because he's
hag.
scamming. I'm a hater. I'm a hater because he scammed that old lady. I heard thousands of dollars. I'm a hater. Like get a like come on, bro. And I think that we are seeing a lot of that. What you said about Corona, but just like it's just like the uglies are coming out. The
Yeah,
uglies are coming out. Um, speaking of, should we get? Let's get into the ugliest of all, the ugliest people right now, like because we can get to the back end of the show. The ugliest of people, the MAGA people. We this is post Riot. This show is recorded post Riot when they stormed the Capitol. They out here.
I don't. My biggest thing is like I bro, to the people who just don't. I don't know because how we feel, how strongly we feel, and how comfortable and how confident we are in talking. That's exactly how they feel. It's, a wise man once told me, you can't understand crazy. It's not meant for you to understand crazy because you ain't crazy.
Yeah.
So let crazy be crazy.
And you know where I think it hit me when that happened, and I don't know if a lot of black people felt like this, and I feel bad, but that day that happened, I woke up, had the best workout of my life, took a shower. Life didn't bother me like it bothered them that day, and I was like, Like, eh.
Yeah,
Oh, what
they
happened?
divided.
What happened? Did we do it? Oh no, not it wasn't.
Is that a butt? Just look at this.
Yep, no. So like, it was like, and it's not right, and it's like we're at a point of place in life where thinking like that, like people got killed, people got hurt, and even people, even though people that we didn't agree with got killed, you don't wish death on
A
nobody.
police officer was murdered.
And for that, all that to happen, for you to be able to still dispel jokes, still like there's a set of people that's like figure it out.
I'm tripping
Figure,
off the people who don't understand that those are Trump supporters doing that.
yeah, yeah,
Like,
and
what don't you get?
it's wild. It's wild. Like I watch a lot of documentaries. I'm a history teacher by heart, English teacher by nature, and so I watch a lot of history. And it's like you would never think you live what you're reading. You would
Mm.
never think you live what you're reading, and like I
Is
feel
that
like
you telling me about that Abraham Lincoln book or that Abraham Lincoln podcast or documentary or something like that?
was it, I took World War II in color.
I just recently was told about an Abraham Lincoln podcast or book or something it's like regenerating right now, and uh, it's really good. Like it's things that are happening today
My
that
whole
happened way back in the day. It's
my whole
crazy.
take on the situation was when we said stuff like this would happen, people thought it was conspiracy, like we're crazy. I'm like, man, they about to be on some. This violence is coming. This is the calm before the storm. When the gun prices shot through the roof, I'm like, y'all don't see nobody sees nothing right now. Nobody, huh? And I live in Arizona once again. Arizona is Alabama to the west. Like Arizona is a great place to live, but it's like I'm gonna just throw little points to Arizona. That's like, huh? We just became a Democratic state. Shout out what? That's why I want a blue shirt, right? Representing the blue
Mm-hmm.
state. Hate on me if you want, but you got to get through the Senate.
Hey, right.
But anyways, it's just like it revealed itself, and you have to think 74 mil. And we did the math yesterday, and this is when we really got excited about the podcast. Like, if you do a percent of those people that voted for that man, 1% of those people, that's a lot of people that could overthrow. They could overthrow a state
Mm-hmm.
without the right preparation, without preparing for it.
Nah, it ain't even preparation. They can throw out a state with just the few people that they have, because in that bunch is
Yeah.
going to be some senators and some head people,
And obviously
So
there ain't no repercussions. You gonna just walk right up out of there. Um, but like it's you know, now we had talked about so impeachment. I guess we just want to be on some grown man talk. I guess that's what the live show is, because we really feeling this out, y'all. So this show, we have no idea. We're just going, and I think that y'all gonna get segments and that advice. I'm like, oh yeah, stay here for a little bit, get up out of here, stay here. But I do want to talk about the fact of the matter of um, our president's been impeached twice. I think every black person, we gotta just, I'm here to tell y'all what shit means. Um, every black person thought that he was gonna be up out of here the moment they heard impeachment. That's not what it means. He's not. He's
the process.
yeah, he's still there. He's still there. He's gonna make it to the 20th most likely. You guys, I want you guys to know that. Like I'm telling you now, because I thought impeachment meant like once like he get impeached, you out of there, like you're fired. Now impeachment means this riot was an incitement. It's a crime. This riot was an incitement. He got impeached, meaning whatever he did, he is no longer safe from them from the chain gang in reality. And I'll put it that's a layman's term. And so I just wanted to end it with that. Like as we go through these phases, you guys got to know what's going on, so that way when you go on there on your Instagram and you type in capital, you spell it with the O, not the A. If it's Capitol Hill, and then if it's Capital State, you put the A. If you got to do what you got to do, but I just want to make sure we're on the right page, we're on the right track.
Just
Let
looking
me
out for each other.
let me end the top. Let's end the show because we gonna ramble. I got a life show. Wait, I'm gonna end with the life scenario. Let's end this life scenario.
Okay.
I'm dating, right? So I'm dating, right? Now, at the beginning, you talked about touching your spirituality side.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm gonna go ahead and talk about it. I'm in my faith side right now. God has really been helping me because it was some dark times, and
Mm-hmm.
so one of the things that I told myself was with the women, if I don't want it, I don't want it. You feel me? You feel what I'm saying here? You feel me? And so it was holiday season. You know, I'm on a dating app, and I meet a little nice little thing. Now I ain't roast. I'm not now. When I tell the story, let me disclose. I'm telling my truth, so don't. It's gonna be funny probably because how I see it, it's kind of funny to me because the stuff I was like, But let's get into it. No name. I'll name her Tabitha. So Tabitha, we chopping it up, we vibing. The first date, me and Tabitha go on a hike. Oh, crazy vibes, crazy vibes. COVID dating. I come back, cook some steaks, a couple steaks, little mushroom toppings,
No sauce.
little sauce on there, a little salad. Um, I think I make like the mashed potatoes, like, cause I could have did a baked potato, but I was like, no, we're gonna mash them up. Let's so you can hear, so you see how I flavor my shit. And we vibe. We kicked it off. Now we got a 25% intimate on this date. So I'm saying
First
pants
date.
up. So yeah, high school, maybe some of you fast little cats, middle school going to high school, like nothing crazy. But I was like, okay, we vibing. Thanksgiving coming around. I'm like, why don't you come kick with me Thanksgiving? I live by myself. Let's kick it. Let's vibe. Let's vibe. But so we split Thanksgiving down the middle, halfway on the finances because we still just starting off. We vibe. Now I got a puppy, and the first thing first, seemed like she had a little more love for the puppy than she had for me. So let's just go and get into that now. So she bring a leash over for him as a gift. I got him a leash. I got him a collar. Now. Remember that I just said I had to add this in there because I have to say this. I have to say this. Now, we've hung up before Thanksgiving, we hung up about 3 or 4 times. At this point, the spiritual side kick in. I'm like, she ain't it. She not the one I want to talk to. And this is where I'm starting getting conflicted. So when she starts to kick it, she's staying the night. I'm sleeping on the couch. Night 1, night 2, night 3, night 4. Thanksgiving night on the couch. Every night, not touching your body, not touching your soul, not touching your mind, nothing. I'm just like, let's kick it. We kicking it. We smooth
So why
chilling.
was she there?
I know, but this we gonna get into it now. We're gonna get into it. So, because I was like, maybe it's just like I'm conflicted because of past situations. Maybe I'm
Yeah,
not.
yeah, yeah.
So
You
I'm
want
like,
to
okay,
be
maybe
sure.
I want to be
Yeah,
sure because it was a vibe. But
yeah, yeah.
here are some things that, like, she had said. So now I dated every style of woman, skinny, muscular, big, voluptuous. And one thing she had said to me was, and I felt happened. She was like, I hate when guys post their pictures when they from high school, and then you see them, they 20 pounds heavier. Now, if y'all know me, you are what you eat. So what you see is what you get. I don't lie about what I look like. If I post that body, it's what it looks like. Now, in my eyes, I felt she did what she just said. Because when I saw the picture, I was like, okay, yeah, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And when she came, I was,
Mm-hmm.
when did you take that one? And then she said it, so that was my first like, what you shouldn't have said that because then I felt that's what I. So now I'm starting to connect. I'm like, you did this to me, and I'm not shallow, but I wouldn't have cared if you didn't try to be a shallow human being at that time because I'm like, you're clowning all these men, but I feel like you did it to me, and I'm still over here giving you this opportunity.
Wow.
because it's still opportunity, man. Don't ever think it's not opportunity. So I'm still giving opportunity. So
Yeah.
she said that, so I'm already turned off. Like that's not cool because maybe like dude that we all like you did it, and maybe you like that picture. Maybe he wasn't, and he can get back to that point. And so fast forward, I kind of now this is where I was wrong. I instead of at the time like I wanted to be honest with every person, but the way I was gonna be honest, I didn't want to be honest. So I was like, it's better off because we didn't do nothing. I feel like I didn't touch your body. I didn't like do nothing. I'm just not gonna talk to you no more. So I just didn't talk to you. I didn't respond. I ain't talk. That was wrong, maybe for a little bit, for just a little bit,
But
a
have
little
you
bit.
talked to her since?
I did because this is what happened. Remember that leash? Remember that
Yeah,
collar?
yeah, yeah. You gave it back.
She asked for it back. I was like, oh, I thought that was a gift for the dog, like you new puppy. She's
Uh,
like, oh, that leash. No, this is how she demanded it back. She sent a Cash App. Females in this Cash App. That leash is like, and she left stuff here like her charger. Oh, she sent a cash for like $40. Tabitha, you little grimy.
Tabitha tallied it up on you and sent you a cash app of all the stuff she left at her house, at your
Yeah,
house.
and I was like,
Oh, bro, oh,
I was like, what? I said, what's going on here? I was like, I didn't know you left. For one, I didn't even know you left that. Two, I thought that was a gift for the dog because I had just got the dogs. I thought it was a gift.
that's what we need. We need. I want to get some female perception on that. Have you
Like,
ever, or will do? What do you think
I've
about?
never taken a gift back. Now that's one. I've never taken a gift
But
back.
but requesting a cash app of a tallied itemized list of the things you left at you left.
Left,
Oh, you gotta get
requested a
it. Oh,
tally,
oh
and
man,
was like, I need this back. This is like, I was like, that's crazy. I was like, for one,
oh yeah, that's wild.
I thought that was for the dog, and then she was like, you used me. I was like, used you? I never touched you. Like, what's used? We split the Thanksgiving dinner down the middle. I thought I had a gift. You left some stuff that I didn't know you left. I didn't touch your soul. I slept on the couch. Are you hurt? And I was like, and this is where I was like, this is where I'm trying to take a new lead. I was like, I'm at the point now where if I'm not feeling it, I'm not feeling it. I just told her, I was like, I wasn't feeling you. And I said, I think that's what's getting harder for you to accept is that I'm not into you. Like women get shocked when you're like, every woman gets shocked, no matter what you look like, because you got that one prized possession, the cookie.
Mm-hmm.
And every man, according to them, thinks that if like that what's the cliche? Oh, men throw their thing into anything with that walks or whatever that
Yeah.
has legs, whatever. So now with being a spiritual, I was like, I'm not vibing with you. I'm not gonna give you this because I really know what I'm about to give when I bring to the table when I put it down. So I'm not gonna give you that. And she was like, you used me. I was like, I never used you. I didn't touch you 25% of the way. And I mean 25%. I'm like, so I didn't use you. I slept on the couch. I cooked the dinner. I cooked Thanksgiving. It was my crib where I paid my rent. I had all the resources, you know what I mean? And so I guess what we'll leave y'all and we'll post is, am I wrong? Was I wrong? The only thing I said I was wrong for was I could have came out the gate with like I'm not feeling you, but when she pressured me, I was like, look, I get where because she was like, I was like, I get where you're hurt. I was like, but I think we were having a hard thing realizing this. I'm not feeling you. And this is what she said in return. This is a little. This is she said in return.
This is low.
It's all good because I didn't like you anyways. I was like, oh my goodness. All right, alfalfa. Like
Hey, that's
you
a.
are so beautiful. Like how old are we?
Oh my
Like this ain't
god,
tit for tat.
that's
Like
kind of save face,
you're
bro.
not
You
feeling
gotta
me.
leave
You've been
people
at the
that gotta do
crib.
stuff like that aren't happy with themselves.
Yeah, because the first text was I'm confused what I do, and then I'm not feeling you.
Like just to save face. Like if you have to do something to save face, you're not happy with who you are.
That's like
Like,
the cliche. Oh, you have a anyways. You know what I'm saying? Like no, like stop that. You stop that. Like what's really wrong? And I was like, I told her, I said, and this was my response. I said, perfect. We're on the same page. You have a good night. Ooh, that growth is good. But what do y'all think, man? What do y'all think about the show? I know we're gonna get organized. If y'all remember, I have a network. We also saw Fan Talk. We was all over the place, but I think this is gonna be real dope. I think people are gonna definitely talk some. I think it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be really good.
We need to start inviting people on here too.
We can definitely invite people on to get some interviews. Hopefully, it'll get
Yeah.
big enough where we can get the right interviews. Um, on the actual Spotify, my man Weez is gonna send me some his favorite song, his sleeper pick song that I'm gonna add to the end of this, to the end, like half of it to the end of our
I get to pick
podcast.
any song.
Yeah, that you like. It has to be like a mixtape because you get strikes and you get taken down. But like something like that, we can like something that people haven't heard on a mixtape, maybe.
I want
Like,
that Paper Tags by Jadakiss.
you got to send me that link,
Ah,
and then I'll take halfway through, and then I'll blend it into one of my sleeper songs, so y'all can get some new vibes, new gems. Weez, I don't know if you're gonna create a new page, but if you're not gonna create a new page, where can they follow you at?
y'all
And
follow Finished Lyrics on Instagram. Finished Lyrics. Just follow
oh,
that. Make some money. Have fun. That's something the pandemic did, man. Give us opportunities to make money on this social media.
yeah, that's a great partnership. We got Finished Lyrics. Make sure you guys check that out. Follow it. It's a great thing to do. If you want to make a little extra cash, and we all need a little extra cash, you want to follow Finished Lyrics. Come with a little bit of paper. Was like a minimum, probably $5.
Man, I had a dollar game on there.
They got dollar games on there. You got dollar games. So if you want to get you a
All the
little
way up to
cash.
about $20, $25 games for $250, $300 profit.
So it's at Finished Lyrics. Spell it how it sounds.
Mm-hmm.
Also follow us. I do thank my brother for joining this venture at the LIEF SHOw at THELIEF, guys. LIEF. You know what I'm saying? Life is not what it seems. And so I want to make sure we dispel that. Obviously, this show will probably help you guys see like our journey was different. We'll definitely get into our glory days. That's definitely going to be a show. We're going to get a glory days because me and this brother at one time were at the pinnacle of the peak together. That's something that we talk, because together we were at that, at the top of the tippity top of the totem pole, and that was a good feeling. And we'll talk about the how it started, to where we are now, and
How it started versus how it's going.
yeah. And so if y'all got any suggestions, obviously we're gonna listen to the show, get it right at the LIEF SHOw. My name's AU Music. I'm obviously a musician at AU Music 89. Vibe Father comes out on Martin Luther King Day.
Man, y'all go get that Vibe Father, man.
Please.
If I'm gonna push anything, if I'm gonna push a sleeper, go get that Vibe
Oh
Father.
man, yeah, thank you.
Fathers.
Hey man, the music is doing well. You guys check it out. Just check out the music, man. It's nothing like, I'm not saying I'm him, but it's good music. It's just like what you need right now. And so that's gonna be on Monday, available on all streaming platforms, including even YouTube Music. So you want to just get it everywhere. It's gonna be on Pandora. So Vibe Father. And then other than that, AU Music 89. We got Weez. This is the LIEF SHOw. I'm about to see how this recording came out. Hopefully the show comes out. If not, it's gonna be good for us to watch, I guess. But we'll see you guys next Friday morning.
All right.
All right, we out.